Hi, I'm Holly Patrick, Senior Journalist at North Star Meetings Group UK, and I am joined here today with Julie Vincent, Head of MeetBlackpool.
Morning.
Julie, thank you for coming to talk to us today.
Morning, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Enjoying the show so far?
So far so good, nice and busy and nice and cool.
That's what we like. That's what we like to hear, a good combination.
Absolutely.
So we are talking about Blackpool today. Let's start. What's new? What's happening in Blackpool?
So Blackpool is traditionally, it's a seaside Victorian town, does amazingly well with leisure, and historically it's always had that business element as well that's balanced out that leisure. But over the years that business dropped off. So MeetBlackpool's role is to bring the business back to the destination. So along with that, we have the £30 million extension to the Winter Gardens, which is a brand new state-of-the-art conference facility, very modern, purpose-built for conferences, but that links beautifully with the ornate Winter Gardens, which is 154 years old. So you've got the combination of the two. And then, of course, within Blackpool, we also have some fantastic conference hotels as well and other independent venues. So we've got lots going on for the business tourist as well as the leisure.
That lovely combination.
Yeah,
so tell us about some of the new venues you've got. You've opened Showtown and the Backlot. Tell us about those.
So Showtown is a museum, but it's an interactive museum, and it's all based on Blackpool. I mean, Blackpool, again, historically was all about comedy, fun. So there's all of those elements, the historic comedians and traditional circus acts that have been through Blackpool throughout the years. So it's aimed around that. It's very interactive. Again, aimed at the leisure market by day, but then by night you can have a pre-dinner drink in there for a conference delegation, or you can just have it as an add-on, a breakout room, something quirky and unique. And then the Backlot is Backlot Cinemas, so a fantastic building basically with 8 purpose-built plug-and-play conference rooms. So that backs on to the Winter Gardens. So if we were doing a very large event that needed more facilities than the Winter Gardens have got, they really want to partner up with us and utilise their plug-and-play facilities as well. And of course, they have a huge, amazing IMAX cinema as well on top of all that. It really has enhanced. It has enhanced Blackpool.
Yeah, and given it that kind of like that the oomph that it needs to get planners back to Blackpool.
Yeah.
How's that? Sorry, Julie. Yeah. How's that all being received by planners? Is it kind of unexpected by them?
I think it is. I think Blackpool, unfortunately, has had a bit of a. Not everybody's appreciated Blackpool, and I think over the years, the investment that's taken place and the changes that people see, I think it's very well received. I mean, we are showing people around now who haven't had an event there for, say, 10 years, and they are really seeing the difference, because not only has the Winter Gardens changed as the main conference centre, but we've got new hotels opening. We've just had a Holiday Inn opened, which is a 5-minute walk from the venue. We've got plans for other hotels that will come to fruition in a few years' time, which will also enhance that sort of the delegate journey, I think, from A to B and C and so on.
So what do you think that for the last 10 years you mentioned the reputation of Blackpool, and what do you think the reputation of Blackpool is becoming now?
Well, from who we speak to, I think it's definitely changing. Like I say, we do leisure and we do that very well, and everybody loves Blackpool. Everybody's got a beautiful nostalgic story about Blackpool when they were a child or when they're bringing their family. But I think that the business delegate are now looking at us again back how they used to do. I think when Blackpool lost the party political conferences, which was a huge thing for us, I think we lost confidence of people. Conference organisers were like, well, if they're going, then we'll have to go somewhere else. And then, of course, Liverpool and Manchester grew their business tourism. They've won awards, City of Culture, that kind of thing. So we were sort of fighting against that. But as I say, with the investment coming in, the people we talk to, they're receiving it well, and I think they're appreciating that we are trying. We're trying to tick those boxes. We couldn't, there wasn't enough bed stock. We didn't have a modern conference centre. We were struggling to get here. So we feel like we're ticking those boxes in terms of how we get delegates to Blackpool. Yeah.
Brilliant. Lastly then, what is something quite unexpected about Blackpool? If you've been there before, if you've never been there, what's delightful?
Yeah, I think Blackpool has something for everyone, and you can either fully immerse yourself in that. So if you were bringing an event or a conference, you could hire a vintage tram and do drinks on trams. You could go to places like Showtown or the other Merlin attractions and take part in those. Or you can just utilise the conference centre or the event hotels and sort of not immerse yourself. So I think that, I think people think, oh gosh, it's Blackpool, we have to do the whole, almost touristy bit, but you don't. You can come and have a business conference in the Winter Gardens or one of the other venues and have a beautiful gala dinner in the ballroom, the Tower Ballroom or the Winter Gardens Ballroom. So you can, it's a really flexible space, and we're hopefully making that even more so with our investment and additions. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to come up and visit.
I know.
Really looking
We'll
forward
see
to
you soon, won't we?
Looking forward
Perfect.
to exploring Blackpool.
Yeah.
All right then. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for your time, Julie.
Thank you, Holly.
Thanks.
Thank you.